Guess what, y'all? Welcome to the first PlayStation broadcast of 2023.
Whoa.
And you know what the coolest part is? When this goes live tomorrow, it'll be on the same date of our first broadcast from last year.
Really? So weird fact that
Yeah,
you
so
knew
that's why I
that.
wanted to do it. Well, I was looking at our lineup from last year earlier today. I'm like, hey, I wonder if he can record, today or tomorrow.
So that's the only reason why you recorded with
January
me.
11th we could do it. I thought it'd be kind of cool. Just be
Oh,
kind
I
of
think
funny.
it's great. I just didn't realize you needed motivation like that.
No, I just thought it'd be kind of a cool anniversary or
Oh, it's our anniversary.
date or who knows? Oh my god, would you get me?
I got you a podcast.
You got me Deathloop.
I convinced you to buy
Right
Deathloop.
there we go. I actually thought about giving it away on the podcast. It'd be kind of fitting
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
considering that 6 of our podcasts have that in the title of it.
So pretty much either your sister or Indy either wins that game.
Yeah, so it's
I
we
guess
got
that's
two
the
diehard
benefit.
fans. We love them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens if you find podcasts with a little or a low amount of listeners. You get the chance to win cool stuff, or better chance at
Yeah,
least.
it's like Deathloop. That's all I got to say about that one.
Yep,
So, did you have a good New Year's and
I did. I went to
all that?
North Carolina to go snowboarding.
Oh, snap!
Mm-hmm.
Like cool borders and stuff, like the old PS1 game series.
Oh yeah, I was doing like backflips and front flips and
Oh shit!
McTwists and all that stuff.
Do you know Sean White?
Uh, yeah, I actually do. He's
I still can't believe he cut his hair.
he looks great though. He doesn't look like a Carrot Top.
Do you remember Cool Borders though on the PS1?
Yeah, I loved Cool Borders. I loved Cool Borders and I loved
Cool
SSX.
Borders. It was,
They need to bring back snowboarding games. I mean, SSX was so fun. I mean, honestly, like all the like SSX, obviously, no, this is not snowboarding, but like Tony Hawk, like those games are just so much fun. And it just kind of sucks to see them not present anymore. Like I
it
think
was crazy.
the last SSX game is the PS3 version.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, and I bought that one. I loved it.
It was kind of crazy how there was like no snowboarding games, and then every game from like the late '90s to the early 2000s was a snowboarding game or had a snowboard mini game. Even Final Fantasy VII had a snowboard mini game in it. Remember?
Yeah, I do.
As Cloud like going down that mountain like wee.
Yeah, and now it's fishing. Apparently, everything has to have fishing in it.
Yeah. But there was Cool Borders, and then what was the Nintendo snowboarding game?
I don't remember. Wasn't there like a 1080p or 1080 not P,
Yeah,
but like 1080
yeah,
something?
1080p. Yeah.
1080 high resolution snowboarding.
Whoa. I always remembered Cool Borders because that dude, Cool Borders. Yep, 1080p snowboarding.
See,
You buy for $24 off DK Oldies.
it's enticing. I mean,
1080p.
there's a lot like wasn't there like more skateboarding games though? There was like I remember a few skateboarding games. I'm like I just bought them because they were skateboarding on PS1,
Yeah.
and then I tried playing it. I'm like, what the heck am I trying to play right now? This is terrible. Because it wasn't Tony
Remember
Hawk.
BMX XX?
I do remember that. Do you remember? Was it what? Who's the big BMX guy?
Hey,
What was
Mira?
the? Is that what it was? Dave Mara's BMX.
I think so, yeah.
That game was awesome too.
Oh, here. Let me Google the internet real quick. Hold up. Let's see. Biden surprise about discovery of classified documents. Oh my god. Okay. Dave, Mira, PlayStation.
Yeah, freestyle BMX.
Yeah.
Dave Mira, freestyle BMX.
Yep, that's it. You buy
That
it for
game.
$10 on eBay right now.
Heck, I might. To be honest, I loved that game.
Really?
Hmm
Developer was Z Access and Neon Studios. Full Fat. What the hell that is? And Left Field Productions. Publishers Acclaim. Well, that explains what happened in that series. Oh, Acclaim. They were always so hit or miss with their games.
I mean, back then it was kind of like most people, obviously outside of like Rare, and Naughty Dog, I guess, like very much a time where people just kind of pooped out games, and some of it was great, some of it was bad.
And they could make them so fast too. That was there was like 5 Crash Bandicoot games in 4 years.
It's honestly insane to think about how fast games came out back then. And like, I think, you saw that Jason Schreier tweet where it was like, the games take so long to develop that if like you did a new IP today, it wouldn't come out until like the PS6 was out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean, it's really crazy to think about, but at the same time, I'm like also kind of thankful because there's just so many, like back then, there wasn't like, gaming was obviously a lot smaller, and so there wasn't as many developers. But now you have so many developers, it's like, okay, well, I don't really mind if Naughty Dog takes their time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want more Naughty Dog games or more Santa Monica games, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, at least it's not like bang, 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 where it's like, I'm never going to catch up to this. So I guess that's a little bit thankful, but I also hope that they go back to making smaller, like 10-hour games. Like, I don't know why that was such a bad thing. Like, remember I feel like games got like way too criticized if their game was an 8-hour game back in like the PS3 era.
Definitely. Yeah.
I don't care.
Some games used to come out so fast. Final Fantasy 8, 9, and 10 all came out year after year. 99, 2000, 2001.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Dude, I remember one of like the middle school myths that always was floated around was like how, obviously like Japanese games and like PlayStation came out like first in Japan, but like the myth was always like we're stuck on PS1 and they're already on PS3 over there, and they already have Final Fantasy 15, like me being a very
stuff like
big,
that. Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. That was before the internet that I could fact check them.
Yeah, I had internet. We had AOL. I used to always go to sites. I was already a junkie. I remember my parents had a daycare in my hometown, and I would go down to the library, which had fast speed internet connection, or whatever it was, whatever the fast speed at that time was,
Mm-hmm.
And it was E3, and they just announced Final Fantasy VIII. I was like, oh my god! I'm like, tell my friends, like, dude, the main character has a sword and it's a gun, and it's like a gunblade or something, and we're all freaking out. And oh, it was some good times, man. It was some good times.
Yeah, I can't even like. I was not as big of a gamer back then, and like also like with my family, like they definitely didn't. Like them coming from Poland and not like having a whole lot. That
Oh yeah.
It was like even
Waste
if
money on something like that.
it wasn't even wasting money on something like that. It was more like they didn't know about anything. Like the only reason why I even got a Sega Genesis was just because my neighbor that I was always hanging out with, he had a Sega Genesis, and so it's just like they followed whatever suit, and so but. No one molded me into the gamer that I am now.
It was all you.
It was all me. Because I mean, really, in high school,
you rose
even
from the ashes of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like I knew Final Fantasy, Halo, and then sports games. Other than that, and Twisted Metal. Like and Mortal Kombat. Those are like the bigger ones. But other than that, it's like. Stumbling upon like a game like Croc or Clock Tower or whatever.
Good old Croc.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It was a good one. The day of the platformers. Those are gone.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy to think that at one time platformers was like the premier genre of gaming. Like, if you didn't have a platformer, were you really a gaming company?
It is crazy to think
That and
about
a
it like
fighting
that.
game. But they made Crash Bandicoot just to counter Mario. I guess Sonic to a lesser extent. Because Sega had some serious issues with Sonic once they left the 2D realm. They're like,
Yes,
no,
they did.
Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic, Sonic CD, Sonic and Knuckles, and then it's like they go to 3D. Sonic, what was it 3D Extreme or some shit or?
Dude, to be fair, or to be honest, I don't like after like Sonic and Knuckles. I pretty much lost
Yeah.
track of everything Sonic until now, like Frontiers, I guess. Which I mean, I still haven't played Frontiers, but that's like the one I
Yeah.
can't wait to get back into.
Sonic 3D Blast was like a top-down isometric game. Like, how is that 3D? Someone want to explain that to me, or
Dude, do you
it was
remember?
all like pre-rendered character models and background?
Do you remember Sonic and Knuckles having that thing where you could put the cartridge on top of it?
Yeah, and then Knuckles would be in any game.
That I don't
Is it how it
remember.
worked, or
The one
oh,
thing I
is it
remember
not
is
how it
that
worked?
you know those if you go inside the rings in Sonic and Knuckles, like you go to that like you get teleported to like an area where you can collect. It's like a three. That one was like 3D, and you collect rings and
Yeah.
jump over like, or you
Mm-hmm.
can't touch the red balls or whatever. I know that if you put a game on top of that, it would like give you like a newer one of those levels or something like that, or a different level, like in that Sonic game. But I don't.
Okay, see, I thought it was
I say
something different.
I don't remember Sonic being or Knuckles being like available in any game. I think those games did stuff to the Sonic and Knuckles game. It wasn't the Sonic and Knuckles game doing something different to the Sega Genesis games.
Okay.
But I mean,
I thought it added something in there, like, hey, cool, it's a Knuckles is in the games now. You can play as him, or
I
did you
mean,
have it right or what?
yeah, I still actually have the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge. So I tried. I remember putting like as many
Still
games
work?
as I could on there. I think so.
You put other games on there.
Yeah, you just put like that was the thing. Like you put like Clay Fighter in there, and then you get like a weird new Sonic and Knuckles game or level. You know, like I'm not saying like you don't get like a level like the main levels. You just get those like that side thing. I swear. I mean, maybe I'm completely making this up at this point, but I feel like that's how I remember it. Let's
That's a
see.
long time ago. It's
What?
fuzzy.
I'm looking it up. Hmm. Oh, here's something I didn't know. That if you connected it to Sonic and Hedgehog 3, it combined the games. And then in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, it could be attached, allowing players to control Knuckles in Sonic 2 stages.
Oh, okay, so it was Sonic 2. All right.
I'm also today years old when I found out that the Mega Drive is the Genesis.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. And then Colin Moriarty
Yep.
said it on his podcast today, and not today, but when I was listening to it today, and I was like, huh, I had no idea.
How's he doing?
Seems fine. Still making bank.
That's crazy. How much money?
Yeah, I mean they're over. I think they're like 12,000 subscribers, and like I said, I think they're around the $5 mark is the average. So if you think about it,
Oh
that's
lord.
that's 60,000 a month,
Plus, he has his independent game company, so
and his merchandise sale.
sure.
So I feel like he's probably making close to $100,000 a month, if I had to guess.
God Almighty.
I mean, obviously you got to pay your like lawyers and
Oh, of course.
other people. So, but still,
Yeah,
he's definitely making bank.
because they have the what is it, Creighton Duke, or
Defining Duke.
they had the X. Yeah, they had the. My friend One of my friends is on there. Cognito, Lord Cognito
Mm.
from the Iron Loads.
Mm-hmm.
He's part of the crew,
Yeah, him and
which is
Mr.
awesome
Maddie
because
plays.
do what?
Said him and Mr. Maddie plays.
Yeah, I mean he has like the biggest arms in gaming, but the smallest calves. And I hope he hears that. And I want to remind him.
Hey, we've all been there before. If you've ever been like a gym junkie at some point,
I know. How come this one muscle group won't develop?
I swear I
That's
work
what
on it.
I know. So he was like, man, you get these huge arms, chest. I'm like, what happened to Cash? He's like, shut up, man. I do legs every week. I promise you. That's okay. My belly's, for some reason, it's really stretched out. I gotta figure out why. I don't know why.
There's a weird thing where the older you get, the more it stretches out.
Yeah, and the more food that you eat, and then the less exercise you do, there's a link there. There's some kind of link, and one day, I hope they will figure it out. And until then, we'll just talk about PlayStation.
Yep.
But hey, man, it's 2023, and I know everyone's talking about Microsoft having this phenomenal year because, let's be honest, their last year from Microsoft was nothing to talk about. The biggest news was them buying Activision. That's still not finished yet, and that's still the biggest news, unfortunately.
But Frost from G4 told me that PlayStation had nothing and Xbox had everything.
Oh, okay. Well, who?
She definitely knew a lot.
I mean, Microsoft does have plenty of ammo in the barrel. Finally, after giving their major hardcore fans the tiniest little bits of driplets last year. Like, here you go, here you go. Hey,
Yeah.
Game Pass has some good offerings. There was plenty of Game Pass games.
There was. But you're right, the Xbox is like fully loaded at this point.
Oh, yeah, this year it looks mighty fine.
Yeah. I mean, we got Redfall, Starfield, the next Forza. Yeah. Although, did you see that some of the Forza devs left?
Yeah, from the Forza Horizon team.
Yeah. Kind of crazy. Like, well, isn't the Horizon team the one that's making Fable? Or is it the Motorsport team that's it's Turn 10 or
no, it's Playground. It's Playground games.
Yeah.
You're right.
So it's kind of interesting because they said that they left because they didn't want to make the same games over and again, and it's like, well, if you're making Fable, you're not really making the same game over again because that's the first time that they ever tried it. So
they're sure I'm as big as Forza Horizon is. I'm sure they're working on more of them.
Oh, absolutely. But I feel like at the same time, if like those people who left wanted to be on the Fable team, they could have been on the Fable team.
Oh yeah, but I'm sure they were like, well, you guys did a really good job with 5. Can you just go ahead and just do 6?
Yeah. I
don't know how the world of game development goes, but I'm sure the team was sitting there saying, hey, you guys did a really good job. What if you stayed and did the next one and made it really good also?
Do you think Sony
We'll never know.
tries to lock down an exclusive from them?
Oh. That seems like some little petty thing they would do.
See, I don't know if it would be out of pettiness, though, or you just think about, like, their MO lately. It's been investing in startups, with what's the Jade Raymond studio? Haven, Deviation, and there's a third one, isn't there?
Firewalkers or whatever that are.
Yeah, you're right. I can't remember what it is, though.
Probably monsters or whatever shit.
So you just think that, like those are the 3 that they've invested in, and why not invest in a group of proven developers,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're not proven.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But it's like how I talked about that one day. That one generation, they pretty much got goody goody with Activision, and then the PS4, the PS4 generation was about getting goody goody with Activision and Bungie, and then
Mm-hmm.
I felt like the PS5 generation would have been getting good with Bethesda and kind of molding the PS5 to what. It, I mean, no, we had a phone call about this about how Microsoft and Bethesda have always had a good working relationship, and most Bethesda games had more benefits or ran better on the Xbox consoles. And it definitely felt like this generation that Sony was going to try to change that, because you had Deathloop that was exclusive for a year.
Ghostwire.
Um, do what?
Ghostwire.
Yeah, Ghostwire, and there was rumors they were going to try to get time exclusivity on Starfield as well before Microsoft swooped in and bought Bethesda. So it definitely felt like Sony was kind of trying to get those Bethesda fans over on to their side this generation, and then Microsoft was like, well, let's just go ahead and buy the motherfuckers.
That's
Even
pretty
something
much
else
it.
we talked about, there was that rumor that Sony was going to buy them at one point, and we all thought, no way, that can never happen.
Yeah, that I mean, literally, that was what everyone said was that there's no
Mm-hmm.
way that ZeniMax was going to get bought because they're too big.
Yep, yep. And then guess what? Ta-da!
Yep.
And I kind of liked your idea that it was Microsoft that leaked that just to see what people would say.
It's like these idiots. They don't know what they're
Yeah,
talking about.
they don't know what's coming.
Yeah, and then you'd think that Bethesda was like the last of the big bombshells, and then Activision comes, and you're like, what the? Like, I guess, I mean, I get it. Like, Microsoft's come to play, and they want to get out of third place, but at the same time, it's
Yeah.
like, why not? I don't. We've talked about this before, but buying publishers is not like the best route. I think that's such a cop out of being so mediocre over the last decade. Um, I loved when they bought. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't love when they bought Ninja Theory because I love Ninja Theory and I wanted to
Mm.
continue Hellblade on PlayStation. But like, you buy studios like that and Double Fine, and you know, In Exile and all that stuff. It's like that's fine. Like, because you're investing in people who don't have the money to make bigger games, and you have the money to make those bigger games for them, and you can really see smaller studios flourish. But now you're just
Mm.
throwing money, like, because you've got the bigger dick, and it's just, I don't know. I don't like the path that it's going, and I don't like that goes for Sony too. If they buy Square, like, that's great for PlayStation fans, but at the same time, it's like, why is this needed? Why couldn't things have just, like, publishers have stayed publishers, or why couldn't they have just merged, like, Square and Enix did?
Like, when they bought Bungie, I mean, I know they paid like $3 billion for them. Is that the rumor?
Are you talking about PlayStation?
Yeah, when the
Yeah.
PlayStation bought Bungie, I think that was more for the knowledge of making a gas title,
Yeah. I mean, it's
plus like the Destiny IP and what you can do with it.
yeah. I mean, I think they kind of made that clear with not having them under the PlayStation umbrella, which is
Yeah,
insane still to me.
and kind of being able to go to them and be like, hey, what worked and what didn't work when Destiny first came out? How did you manage to keep putting new content? Yada yada yada.
Yeah, but I kind of hate that because that means that they're investing too much in live service games.
Oh, well, they're what 15, 10 by 2025.
Something like that. I mean, you got to figure that it's Fire Sprite probably with Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
It's Naughty Dog with Factions. It's
Mm-hmm.
Deviation with whatever shooter that they have. It's Haven with whatever the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm sure what that other Firewalk or whatever studios is another one, and then from there you got. I'm hoping that they're including Bungies in there because I just don't. I don't want to see live service games from. I mean,
They
I get.
didn't include. They didn't include GT7 is part of it.
Hmm. Well, see, I don't
That
like
which,
that
which
then.
which really surprised me. I'm like, what do you mean? It gets new content every month. I don't think there's been much paid for DLC, but each month there's new cars and new tracks and
Yeah.
excuse me, escapes and whatnot.
Um,
They're like, no, GT7 is not part of that. Is not part of the titles where future titles. I'm like, really?
I would say I'm gonna go and say a majority of them though are not in house. Like that Horizon MMO that's rumored or whatever. Like that's supposed to
Don't forget
be.
about London Studios. Their futuristic take on the London game. Or
Yeah, yeah, that's one.
I know
I
you're pretty disappointed about that.
I am because it's like you have legitimately zero devs that are working on. Okay, you've got
We don't
Gorilla
know that
working
though.
on. Oh, you're right. We don't. But you would have think that they would have showcased another VR game outside of the Horizon one that was in house. You know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm
Did you
talking
see
about.
that new XDev game? That little clip.
Yeah, from the rumor to be people can fly is making it.
Oh, is that the rumor?
Yeah, that's what I saw. Was that like the X Dev is working with People Can Fly on that? You're talking about the space one, right?
Who said that?
I don't know if you just look it up. That's on all the things on Twitter I saw was saying People Can Fly was making it with
I'd never
X
heard
Dev.
that. Well, now I see now PlayStation Lifestyle's reporting it. Leaked PS5 sci-fi game might be in development and people can fly. What kind of? Hmm. I didn't hear about that. My bad.
No.
Interesting. Oh, hold on. Let me see about this. Outriders, Square Enix, by project in the concept development phase.
I mean, to be fair, it does kind of look like Outriders.
I mean, I know you loved Outriders, so
Yeah, I loved it. It was a fantastic co-op game.
I know Stormtrance enjoyed it as well. That's kind of good. I mean, people can fly, make good shooters. I mean, they definitely have that genre down, and
Hmm.
that's something they definitely excel in. So, hey, if that's the case, then bring it on, baby.
Yeah,
I know they made nothing off of Outriders, did they?
that's what they said is that they were supposed to get whatever after they get profits and they hadn't seen the first check or whatever.
Oh, oh no. Well, they have other projects going on, so it's not like they need the help.
No, they'll be fine.
They got four of the if this is the X Dev, they have one, two, five other projects going on, so they're definitely busy.
Yeah.
Heck, that clip, I uploaded the clip from Icon Era to my YouTube, and of course, I gave him credit. I mean, there's three different credits in my article about it, and I gave credit in the YouTube description. It has almost 8,000 views. That 5 second clip.
Wow.
So people are definitely interested in it.
Yeah, I mean,
You think he can be revealed this year? I think it's
yeah, I would say it would get revealed this year, but I don't know because that 5 second clip is it's weird. It's like it looks fine in the
really
background, but
early.
that's what I was gonna say is it just looks so early.
That ooze creature looks really cool. Like he
Hmm.
looks very detailed, and the main character looks like something from a PS2 game.
Yeah, it's like they're still working on the model for it, and they're like, let's just throw something in there.
It could be like create your own model or
I hope that's not the case. See, like I don't really like when I played like Mass Effect. I wanted it to
Mhm.
like my character to look exactly like Shepard does on the
yeah.
cover.
That
You know,
made that's what I did too.
if it's like I mean, again, I guess online games it doesn't matter. But if like I like this, if it's a nice story game and I don't know, character creation was cool when it was a new idea, back in the PS2 days, but now I don't really like. Just tell me what the character looks like, and I'm fine with it. Like Forspoken, like I want it. I'm glad like you're getting the black female protagonist. Like I don't need anyone else. I don't need to create my own character.
Yeah, I always want to take the time to create my character, but then I get into it and I start and I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that. And that
Nope.
just I'll half-ass it or just I'll change it a little bit so that it's not too generic looking.
Yeah.
But I always get these ideas. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make my own character and I'm gonna do this and do that, and then I'm like, I don't feel like it.
Fair enough.
Do it.
Said fair enough.
Yeah, it's not that I don't enjoy it sometimes, but I mean, I know some people sit there and go in and tweak each individual eyebrow and the way it's arched and their eye, and I'm like, okay, you do you, but I want to get started with the game. Can you hear me,
Yeah, I can hear you.
James?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. It just got it. I don't know. Look, I'm no audio guy, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you got tips, tell us.
Yeah. And if you have tips, please message me or message James. And you might get through a bunch of cavalier tweets, but once you do, you can message him. Feel free to.
Yep, just the tips.
Just the tips. Just the tips. But hey, I am pretty excited about this year games. I mean, even though Microsoft has these multiple big announced titles, they got, a few got pushed to this year, a few that were already scheduled for this year. I still think, as a PlayStation fan, it could be a really great year for PlayStation overall. Just like the brand in just the brand and the whole full circle that it's becoming. It's no longer just about PlayStation console. It's about you got PlayStation mobile gaming. What Savage Studios?
Blah.
You got PlayStation PC. They're bringing on a multitude of ports over to PC.
Blah.
You got PlayStation Productions, who's working on 10 different projects at this moment.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that news.
So what?
So that's like the one news I don't mind. Like I don't mind if that they're doing multimedia. I don't like the phone, and I mean, PC stuff is a whatever, but I just want them to focus on their own shit on their console.
See, the crazy thing is, I mean, I'm not all too excited about the mobile either because I'm not the biggest mobile gamer. But it just seems like such if you get a hit game on mobile, it just seems like such easy money. I know that's not the case. I'm sure they have developers working on Candy Crush shit like 24/7, slaving them, just hitting them with whips and the Fate Order games that they have in Japan that's super huge and popular.
I think that they'll probably go.
Some of these mobile games just make just oodles and boodles of money on a daily basis, like Fortnite, and I know Genshin Impact makes a ton of money on mobile.
Yeah, I think that's the game that they're going to target in terms of try to replicate that success.
And then you see they say like part of Microsoft buying Activision is because of Call of Duty, because it's one of the biggest games in the world, and Overwatch 2 and the plethora of awesome IPs. It's also for King and the kind of getting into the mobile space with a huge title like that with Candy Crush and the other games they have. I mean, mobile's this landmine of money apparently. I mean, apparently this landmine of money. So even that, remember that Mario Kart game made tons of money. Pokemon Go, all those games like that, they just make tons. I mean, people just, it seems like people don't mind spending a couple bucks a day on a mobile game, and that adds up at the end of the month. But, I'll spend a couple dollars on this, get an extra life, yada yada. I mean, do you ever do much mobile gaming besides Retro Bowl and whatnot?
No, I did. I'll play like Euchre on my phone.
Yeah.
But I try to avoid my phone in terms of games at all costs because I just feel like that they're watered down games of what I really want to play.
Right.
Like if I'm gonna play on my phone, I want it to be like a way where they can have reliable streaming of my PS 4 or 5 catalog. Kind of like what Xbox is
Yes.
doing with XCloud.
It can
If
still be
like
kind of iffy. It's not perfect. It's come a long way, but it's still a little bit iffy. I mean, it's to be expected. You can't expect some of these phones to be able to run some of these games perfectly yet. Give them some time. They're heading in the right direction, though. I don't know how much you've tried of it, but
I mean, none of it.
Halo had some lag. Forza had some lag too, but some other games ran pretty sweet.
Yeah, and like I said, I know it's not perfect. I get it. But like, see, like the games I'd probably be playing streaming on my phone would be more like the Final Fantasy remasters.
Yeah,
Like that's all I want to do. So it's like play
Excellent
like
Masters. Yes.
play like just the slower paced games on my phone or especially like JRPGs where half the time you're just dicking around trying to get your level up. So that was like more mindless stuff that I don't really need to be paying attention too much to. But I would like if I'm like I said if I'm gonna play phone games, like that's what I'd want to do.
You know what? Oh, I'm not worried about that, bro. Give me 1 second. Go on.
Go on about what? Got nothing
Sorry,
to
my
go
dad.
on
My
about.
dad. My dad's been sick the past few days, and turns out he has pneumonia. I'm like, why didn't y'all go to the hospital sooner? And it aggravates me how sometimes your parents can be a little ignorant about shit.
To be fair, I
Sorry.
try to avoid going to the hospital at all costs.
Well, see, my dad's 82.
Yeah, that's
He
that.
decided to have more kids after he was 45. And, I mean, he's diabetic also. So any little thing can, it's anything that might affect us to an extent would impact him even more. So,
Yeah,
and mom's like, he hasn't ate in a couple days. I'm like, so what are you waiting for? He has VA benefits. Just go up there. And they waited like 4 or 5 days to finally go up there. And mom's like, oh, yeah, they're keeping him. I'm like, well, they better fucking keep him. If it's pneumonia, because when I went a couple years ago, back when COVID first started, I had pneumonia. And the woman was like, Mr. Williams, if you had waited one more day, I'd probably be sending you to the emergency room right now.
wow.
That's how bad you have it. I can't imagine what my dad's feeling.
Yeah, that
And
would
that's when
not be good.
my mom messaged me and said, "Hey, he's got this, so I might try to stop by and see him tomorrow. I'll be working in Nashville tomorrow, so I won't be far away from it. Or is it? Okay, sorry. Well, I'm apologize, man. I mean to get all real world.
No, you're good. We just want to know the real you.
Papa, man, that's the real bruh. Yep, it's so boring. I apologize.
No, family
I
stuff is
work,
important.
come home, get a little bit of slice of time to play games. God, just think back, man. We were kids. I mean, I can think back during my summertime, getting out of school, like 5, 7, 8, 9, coming out. How many nights I just stayed up playing those games on the weekends. I worked with my parents some in the summertime, buy more games, of course. And I just remember getting, Final Fantasy VIII, getting all these RPGs and just playing them and doing every little thing in them because I had all this free time to do it. And you get an adult, and you're like, okay, I have an hour. What do I
Well,
do?
to be fair, I
Uh,
think if it's not necessarily being an adult, it's about having like a wife and kids. I feel like is where
yeah.
the time really because like when I first moved down to
Yep.
Tennessee, my first year, I had a ton of time to play games.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it was just you, right? It was just
yeah,
James P popping platinums.
yep, popping them in Tennessee,
Yeah.
and then
There's nothing else to do here besides hunt. That's not true.
There's lots of things to do here, especially in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Lots
Oh yeah,
of
man. Chattanooga's a place to be.
yeah, lots of kayaking you can do. You can do a lot of hiking. You can play a lot of
Did I
games
tell you that
indoors.
they were my job was like, hey, we have a couple openings in the Nuga, and if you are serious about applying, we'll give you assistance in moving.
You should have taken
Because they
it.
needed. I was like, oh, it wasn't my trade, but I was like, babe, you ever thought about moving to Chattanooga? She's like, what?
I'm telling you, you would probably like it more than where you're at now.
Oh man, I like Chattanooga. We back in 2010, me and Heather went up there one weekend, and that was hell, God, 13 years ago. Uh, we really enjoyed it, man. Me and her, we went to Ruby Falls, and we went down to the aquarium, and we did that incline railroad, and
So you did all the touristy
saw Rock
things.
City. Yeah, yeah. And I like Chattanooga. It's always fun passing through it.
hmm It's like to me, it's like a almost perfect size where it's not too big and not
Yeah.
too little.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
I mean, you still deal with traffic, but like it's not anything like Nashville traffic.
You can make a living. You can actually make some good money and not have to, well, this is all I can make here because it's a small town, and
Yep.
all the big paying jobs are in the big city. But it was kind of interesting seeing that they're really expanding there. That they were that serious about it. That they were willing to help assist people to move down there and take those jobs.
Well, next time you should take it.
Oh, they have my trade. I just don't know. Heather's all about being close to her family, her sister.
Tell them to
So fuck
move.
if her sister moved down there, and then she'd be like, "We gotta move closer to Holly." Like you barely talk to her, and you don't hang out with her that much, okay? It was fine when she lived in Minnesota all those years, and then all of a sudden, she moves down here, and it's like, oh, people, they just crack me up. They lived about 5 minutes from us when we lived in Nashville,
And then you
and we
moved
didn't
away
see
from
them
them.
that much. I'm like, then we moved away from them to Clarksville, back up here to Clarksville, and it's like, we barely ever went over there. We did hang out with them, but not, as much as you think we would have
hmm
when they were 5 minutes down the road. So just stop it. Just stop. Please. I don't want to hear it. Okay. Anyways, we'll get back to gaming. What we want to talk to you about tonight was like kind of get started on PlayStation's 2023. 'Cause I think it's pretty jam packed, and there has to be more games to come that we don't know about besides. Well, I mean, Spider-Man 2. That can't be the only big PlayStation game coming out this year.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
right now they're like
Final
riding on
16,
yeah, and then Forspoken,
Forspoken. Yeah,
and
that's
then
not
VR.
that.
VR
That's not
was
going to be it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't imagine that they would ride only third party coattails all year.
No, no. There's going to be some kind of well, Stellar Blade. Well, that's a second party, I guess, since they're publishing it now, right? Isn't that how that works technically?
Yeah, I suppose.
No, I
Well,
don't know.
yeah, because I mean, if you well, I don't know, because I would say just that I would say since they're published, like I say if you're putting money to make it, in to make it your second
Yeah,
party,
that's
but
right.
like
That's
it's like Forspoken, and when they're not putting money in to make it, they're just putting money in
mm,
to keep it
yeah.
exclusive.
I mean, this month. I mean, think about this month. Okay, we have this. What's it? Is it Saturday or Sunday? The 15th. What is the 15th?
Sunday,
Is it Sunday?
Sunday.
The Last of Us. HBO's upcoming mega project will premiere, and I can't freaking wait because the reviews are coming in hot. Everyone's saying, "Oh man, this is one of the best game adaptations ever." I can't wait for you to see this one episode. I can't wait for it. What they changed, what they've added, adds even to the greatness, and I can't wait for you to see it. So I'm definitely gonna have me get me some couple of spirits and some popcorn. Kick back and watch that.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I'm pretty excited for it.
Yep, same. I just,
Oh,
um, I, I still wasn't sure how much I would like Bella Ramsey, but it seems like she does a really great job. So
yeah, people
that's
said that she
exciting.
really does a phenomenal job.
And then I'm probably most excited about seeing Nick Offerman's character, as Bill.
I know, right? That's gonna be so fun. Him in a definitely more serious role. I'm sure he'll bring his little twist of genius acting to it. I think
Yeah,
he's a great actor.
same.
Uh, the show getting all these reviews makes me think like, oh, I talked to you the other day about Naughty Dog drinking their own Kool-Aid. I know HBO and their
H2O.
expertise, huh?
I was just joking, saying H2O.
2 I know HBO and their expertise in adapting and turning different media into projects has they have a pretty good record of doing so. Definitely helped make this project. But of course, Naughty Dog also Neil and the team coming in there and getting having their input and PlayStation Productions. But yeah, like the other day, I was talking to you about when they announced the this year is the 10th anniversary of The Last of Us, and then they're like, oh, by the way, here's a super teeny update about the new multiplayer game. Here's a piece of concept art. You'll like it, and you'll wait for us because we're Naughty Dog. And even though the Brah thought we have a beta for that multiplayer game this year, I really don't know if we will now. And I feel like at times Naughty Dog takes advantage of their fan base to be like, oh, well, the carpets in the Last of Us remake can move around now.
It's important.
And that's important because fucking people these days, I mean, it's like they want oh, how come the texture and that wallpaper, it doesn't look good. That just ruins the game for me. They have shitty wall texture papers. This game's just not realistic. And how come it's taking 6 years to make this new game, man? How come if a new game comes out, it started tomorrow, it will come out to the PS6? I had these unruly expectations of what the game should be perfect. And then if it's, it's almost like we expect so much out of Naughty Dog, and they want to deliver. And it's like sometimes it's like, do we really have to go to that extent to make people happy? I mean, like like Elden Ring was the game of the year last year, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If you go back, people have taken there's videos where people just where you can tell From Software just took animations from the Demon Soul games and just brought them over to Elden Ring. I mean, even though as good as that game looked, I mean, it was nothing. I mean, like oh my god, these graphics are groundbreaking. Or
Yeah, there's nothing
people are
about
okay
like
with that.
the like I mean obviously there's like beautiful screenshots of it, like
Yeah, but there's
scenery.
nothing like the
Yeah, there's just nothing that was like, the detail isn't as extravagant as like what Naughty Dog puts in their games.
yeah.
Um,
I almost feel like people. I mean, people kind of unfairly expect so much from Naughty Dog, and they want to deliver that. They feel like they have to. But in the end, does some of that stuff matter? Like that the carpet moving in the remake, that really.
but in
I mean, it
the
was really
end,
cool to see that.
it
But
doesn't
did it?
even matter.
Yeah, like Linkin Park said, did it change the gameplay experience, or was it just something you could brag about? And I mean, whoever did that did awesome work. It is truly awesome. But like, do we have to go that far to please gamers, or is it things? It's just
I think there's a
no
couple
one had ever
ways.
noticed that.
There's a couple ways you can look at it though. It's like, um, yeah, like is that stuff important? Probably not.
Hmm.
But I feel like Naughty Dog is like the studio that strives
Yeah,
to break the barrier of like realism in games.
yeah,
Like they want everything to be I mean, like a TV show, you're watching a TV show in a way. It's just everything. Like the things that are supposed to move, and the things that don't. Like
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's necessarily an amazing thing to do. It's just that I feel like that's what they have. Like you said, that's what they pride themselves on now. And
Yeah.
if you're gonna be that studio, then be that studio. I mean, I think it's a waste of time for the most part until like you can get AI to do all that stuff for you. But
Oh yeah, the future on. Hopefully, a lot of this upcoming tech in the future will help with game development. Or
yeah,
Sony opened PlayStation Malaysia just to help with textures and objects in the background, and you know frivolous things that really don't matter in the end.
yeah.
To
I mean,
the game, to maybe the gameplay experience, but the overall experience.
I do think that.
I know there's oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I do think that like I said, things will be streamlined and all that stuff. Like I said, I just some games, like if you look at like Ghost of Tsushima and watch like John Linneman's Digital Foundry review on it, like they clearly didn't care about like the clipping of like walking on hills,
Oh yeah, or
but that
some of
doesn't
the
take
rock textures near the ocean weren't always the best.
yeah, and that doesn't take anything from the game.
No.
So I think Naughty Dog can take like a lesson or two in that, but at the same time, I just know that they think that they're the most prestigious studio in the world, and they have to make
Yeah.
the sweat super realistic on Joel's chin or whatever.
Or like each individual facial hair has different degrees of gray, and
Yeah,
like that is it is fucking awesome. And whoever you got, the guys and gals that do all that, I mean, I thank you so much, because I mean it is amazing artwork, and you are some of the best among your peers. But sometimes it's like, man, when's enough enough? When do we forget that we're still making video games? And I mean, you can look at Elden Soul. I mean,
Elden
well, okay,
Souls.
it works. Elden
Yeah,
Ring. I mean, hey, the shoe fits, right? Elden Ring. Some of the I watched somebody play it the other day. I'm like, man, this isn't exactly the best looking game in the world. The art looks amazing, but no one complained about that shit.
no, I mean ultimately, if you make I mean it's just like a Nintendo. If you make a game fun,
Yeah.
like that's what's most important.
No, man, hey, even though The Last of Us was crazy and intense and had this gripping storyline, I still had fun. I still have fun playing The Last of Us, even though it can be so damn intense. I mean, it's like I'm having a joyful experience, like going through all this, having to fight off the clickers. I mean, I'm still like, oh man, this experience is such a great experience. And I know I remember some people like, we don't want you to have fun playing The Last of Us, or The Last of Us isn't a fun game.
Yeah, I mean, not every game has to, like, when I said fun, I guess not every game has to be fun, but it has to be engaging.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, because somebody was complaining, like they were talking about, they were predicting Game of the Year talks, and someone was like, uh, Tears of the Kingdom, like a 15 FPS game won't win Game of the Year. I'm like, you want to bet, son?
To be fair, all the
I'm telling you
Nintendo.
right now.
Okay, tell us right now.
I'm telling you, that game's going to win a shitload of awards and at least have a 97 on Metacritic.
You're probably right, but I think that the Nintendo critics are just like, at this point, jokes. Not really
Come
jokes,
on.
but like they. I mean, obviously, like Zelda changed it up with Breath of the Wild and all that stuff, and I get that it's a great game, but like, I just, like I have the Switch and I've played, a lot of the first party games, and I played the ones on the Wii U and the Wii and all that stuff, and it's just like, eventually, I'm just over it all. Like I think Mario, not Galaxy. What was the last
Odyssey.
one? Odyssey. Is a good game, but when I beat it, I was just like, okay, like that was more Mario, and I honestly don't care to play any more of this.
Oh,
You
I
know,
thought Odyssey was pretty damn sweet.
I'm not saying I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just, like I said, I think I'm like just completely over Mario at this point. Like he's been beaten to death, and like I get that they get like new gameplay elements, but it's not, like, to me it's not enough new. stuff for me to like really feel energized into that franchise right now. It's like that was the one thing I loved about Sony was that they just moved on. You know, they went from, Naughty Dog went from Crash to Jack and Daxter to, like they had even had Jack Racing and Crash Team Racing. They had,
Yeah.
Uncharted, The Last of Us. Like they moved on, and same with like, Sucker Punch. They only had 3 Infamouses, and then they moved on. They had Sly Cooper before that. It's like if you do a trilogy, and I'm good. I don't need any more after that. And so it just sucks that PlayStation's kind of going down this path of Nintendo where they make a successful IP and then they lose their creativity on, or their motivation to make newer stuff that could also be as big as Uncharted. Like, as much as I love Ghost of Tsushima, I thought that was a very great story and a great game, and I don't need more of it. Like, you guys did it. You can make something similar since you have, like, the foundations of it, but it doesn't have to be set in feudal Japan, and it doesn't have to be the exact same thing.
Oh, don't worry, they're making a sequel or something. It's
Oh,
sold to me in college for Sony to be like, me.
yeah, I mean, and that's what they're doing with all of their games, though. That's like the problem is they're
Yeah.
beating Horizon to death.
Oh man, Horizon's been poor Aloy.
Yeah, and just take a handful of employees and make a 4-hour kill zone at this point, or if, just like we've talked about it, like make take a small team like they did with Tearaway for Media Molecule, make something small, an experiment, and if it sticks, it sticks. Like you can make more off of that. But you will Uncharted and The Last of Us. If Sony went down the route that they're going down now, like that would have never been made because they'd have been like, oh, we'll just keep making Crash Bandicoot or just keep making Jack and Daxter. It's like
Uh,
what?
I mean, like we said earlier, gaming's changed quite a bit since then. Square made 4 Final Fantasy games within 6 years, and now it takes you're getting one mainline Final Fantasy game every 5 years, more or less.
Yeah, and I get that.
Even making those little 4-hour games takes time and money and resources and
Yeah, but I guess my
look like what's it, Little Devil Inside? Where's it at? I mean, it wasn't that it's just an indie game, and how long have we been waiting for that one now?
yeah, but how many people are developing that have
I don't know.
like a
I'm
lot of
not sure.
experience?
I'm just for example, someone had mentioned something about that earlier, like whatever happened to that game. I'm like, oh yeah, James is so hyped for that one too.
I am. I think it looks great. I mean,
Oh,
like,
I'm not saying it doesn't. It's like woo, where'd it go?
yeah, and I get it. You still need the resources and all that stuff, but like, why not try to find like a small team, like one writer, one gameplay designer, and blah blah blah. Like that's like mid tier at your studio, and just see what they can come up with. Like I said, you have to. Last of Us and Uncharted and all that eventually will wear out its welcome to the masses. Like I mean, maybe not The Last of Us just
Oh
because
yeah,
of
yeah.
the TV show, and maybe not Uncharted because of the movie, but like eventually those things like Horizon, I feel like will lose its luster with the people. Like people don't want
Yeah,
to be
it makes it
beaten to death.
special and
Like Mario sticks because there's no story, like, but these other games are
yeah,
story wise. It's like, okay, well, it's like if Ozark had 2 more seasons, it's like, oh, well, you probably like just beat
yeah.
this, TV show to death and no one wants to watch it anymore. It's like, you don't want to overstay your welcome, I guess is what I'm saying. And it's like, use a small team to maybe try to come up with new ideas for that next big thing, or that, or at least a
Yeah.
foundation of like what the gameplay can be.
It's kind of interesting if talking about the next Naughty Dog game after whatever this upcoming project is they won't talk about. Did you hear about how Neil's kind of looking at the like the From Software model, kind of about less being your kind of more you discovering the story than being guided along.
I did see that, and I saw someone kind of reply to that and had a better point. In my opinion, was like
Mm,
the best game that does narrative like Naughty Dog and like Elden
mm,
Ring is like a Red Dead Redemption 2.
mm.
Like they
So
have,
it's kind of interesting if they.
yeah. I mean, like you can have. I think you can have both worlds. Like you
Mm,
can trust the user to find new stuff, but you can also guide them on an intimate story.
yeah.
So I think you can do both, like Red Dead 2 did. I mean, I think Red Dead 2 has other problems with the gameplay itself, but like as far as environmental storytelling and normal storytelling, like
Mm.
that's like the top tier stuff right there. And I think that's what
It's
Naughty Dog should
definitely
do.
yeah. Hey man, like we said earlier, they're one of the best developers studios in the world. So if they do make an open world project, it'll be something special and insanely detailed. Like the bark on the tree ages and falls off, or your character can shit their pants. If you don't find a bathroom fast enough, or that'd be kind of ridiculous. Maybe have like a wiping your ass mini game. Yeah, I mean, I'm
Be fun.
just saying. Call me a VR game about wiping your ass. Oh my gosh, that'd be good for kids. Like, well, I guess just teaching them in the real world will be easy too. What do you think?
I think it
Am I
sounds
onto
great.
something? Should have the wiping your ass VR game from Sony.
Uh, Maybe not from
Sony
Sony. I mean, I
presents.
think you can, but you can team up with the guy who made Showering with Daddy, that
Oh
video
yeah,
game.
do you still shower with your dad or?
I don't remember what it like. My one buddy, he had a friend
Uh,
back home that would always gift him like joke games, like the genital jousting, and one of the ones he
yeah.
gifted him was the Showering with Daddy.
Hold on, let me see what that game's called. Showering with Daddy. Showering with Dad Simulator,
Okay.
2015. It's called Showering with Your Dad Simulator 2015. Do you still shower with your dad? Why? Why? 35 dad streak. Shower with your dad is all laddered up. Hmm. And of course, there's YouTubers that did videos on it and had the thumbnails with their. Oh Lord, God, it's so predictable. Anyways, back to Sony 2023, right? So we covered the Last of Us. It's going to be huge. I can't wait for it. Next up, we have the DualSense Edge, Sony's first attempt at a pro controller that everyone's been asking for. You getting one?
Probably not. I
Yeah.
think. I mean, I would say it when if it goes on sale and
Mm.
I just need to throw away money, I might do that. But it'll probably be like a year or two before I even consider it.
What if it gets really good reviews? Like, my God, this is essential to have if you're a PlayStation gamer.
I would consider it, but I'd still probably. I mean, like right now, Shanae is not. She doesn't. After this week, she doesn't have a job, so it's gonna be a little hard on
Oh,
cash for that part.
gotcha. At $200, man, the battery's not as doesn't last as long as the original dual sense. And it's like, oh,
Yeah, you would
ooh.
think that you would get like a premium battery
Like, nah, let's
with
just
that
go with what
money.
we had in there already. They won't mind. We're giving them a USB cable that's braided. Whoa. I mean, that's supposed to help with latency. So am I saying that right? Latency? Yeah, latency.
Latency,
Yeah, that's supposed to help with
you southern hick.
the direct connection. Supposed to make so you're playing a fighting game or when you pull the trigger. the timing is actually one-on-one, one-on-one timing rather than a slight delay. I mean, it looks cool. It sounds cool. I mean, I wish I had $200 to drop on it right now,
Mm-hmm.
just so I could see if it, break up my gameplay in Fortnite, bruh. If I can get on these noobs and own them and get victory royales. But damn, 200
I mean,
bucks.
don't get me wrong. Like,
Whew.
yeah, I want it, but yeah, $200 is just it's a lot to ask for.
And there's people like, oh yeah, man,
I
I'm getting one day one. I'm like, whoa. Mind get me one too? Or
if I had money, I mean, like, again, if I knew what Shanae was gonna be doing for work and how much money she was gonna get paid, I wouldn't care to do that, or to get it.
did
But
she leave her job, or did she just try something new? Or
so the quick kind of story is that the company that she works for is run by a buffoon and pretty much is making the company go under. And so what ended up happening was, like, a lot of the therapists and the nurses and stuff like that they were working, and now, like, so they got paid late one of the paychecks, and then that week they found out that the CEO had to pay for it out of her own money because Revitalist, the company, doesn't have the money to pay them, and so they suspended all pay, and so the last, like, 3-4 weeks she hasn't got paid for it yet.
Really?
And so so Shanae's using that opportunity to quit and waive her non-compete because they broke their contract with her.
Gotcha.
And her boss that she worked with at in Chattanooga, at this company, she also quit, and they're pretty much making their own company that's the same thing. So she should hopefully be working for her last boss,
Cool.
just under a new name.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like the CEO was the one who ran it into the ground. The boss that she worked with is very intelligent, and I think she's got a good idea of how to run the company. So I think she'll make it pretty successful, and hopefully, like, Shanae's supposed to be like the lead therapist there.
Oh, nice. When's baby number 2 due? You have a
July,
Oh,
and it's a girl, by the way.
oh,
too,
awesome!
found out.
Congratulations, man. Cool.
Yeah, I was a little sad.
Oh man, I promise you, you just wait. You just flipping wait.
So I know. So, okay, don't get me wrong. Like,
Boy.
I know I love the girl, but I wanted my boy to have a brother really close in age that they would both, like, whoop each other, in basketball and all that stuff. Like, just they would be able to grow together, I guess, is what I was wanting. But I will love the girl too, so don't get me wrong. I'm not like, oh, throw it back,
Hey, when we found out that Charlotte was coming, Heather was pretty upset. She wanted another boy. I was excited. I already had 2 boys. I'm like, hell yeah, I get a little baby girl. And I mean, Wyatt's so good with her. I get Thomas every weekend, and he's good with her too. But Wyatt's like, hey, Charlotte, hey, pretty girl. He's so sweet with her. He's like perfect.
That's good.
Other morning, she had, like, real bad, diarrhea, and it was, like, everywhere. And Heather was trying to take him to school so she'd get to work. And she's like, "Wyatt, come in here." He's like, "What's wrong, Mom?" He's like, "Charlotte won't stop trying to touch her poop and hold her hands down." He, like, got on the bed and, like, held her hands down, and Heather finished changing her, and he, like, got a bag for the diaper and everything, and Heather said it was so sweet.
like it.
He did such a good job helping her. He's so proud of his
That's
little
how,
sister.
Landry's become a pretty good helper too.
Yes.
Like, he now, like, he feeds the dogs for us.
Oh yeah, is he in that mood? Is he in that mode where he wants to help you do everything?
Yes, like he's
Oh,
one day he saw us like wiping our dog's paws after like, cause it had rained,
yeah.
and so our lawn was wet, and so we wiped their paws, and now like anytime we let them in, he will take the towel and like pat their
Oh,
paws.
that's sweet.
I love that
I
little
know,
dude.
man. Kids are awesome, aren't they? It can be so difficult sometimes, and you're just like, oh my god, you just. But then they
Yeah,
do
they
something
just do
like
the
that.
most basic human thing, and then you're like, this
Oh,
is the best
like,
thing ever.
yeah.
It's like, wow, you picked your nose. It was great. That
Yeah.
was awesome.
You just shit your pants, but then after you're done, you were like, well, poop happens, Dad. And you're like, oh, that's so funny. And
Yeah, hey, that's honest God truth. It's like when he'd come to us
yeah,
now, he'll like touch his butt. He like poopy. He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh.
right. Yeah. He got the poopies, and you open it, and you're like, ugh. I
Yeah.
told with that last time that Wyatt about the poop again, didn't I? Like the
Uh,
liquid poop
if you
where
did,
he
I don't remember.
where he like Heather. I was coming home. Heather, I think he pooped his pants. I'm like 15 minutes from being done with work. I got to get this done real quick. When you get here, will you check him? I'm like, he was walking real funny. I'm like, Wyatt, come on. I mean, it stunk bad. When I opened the door of the house, I was like, oh my god. And she had to keep him home that day because he was obviously sick. And the daycare was like, no, if he even has a fever, blah blah blah, they gotta go home. So she brought him home, and she was trying to work and watch him at the same time, which she kind of do. But the day was about to end, and she had some things she had to finish up. I'm like, Wyatt, come on, let's go change your diaper. And like when I was pulling it down, it was just like it wasn't diarrhea. It was like pudding.
I think you did tell me this. Yeah,
It was all down his
it's
legs,
gross.
and I pulled the diaper off, and
Uh,
all of his privates and weenie were just like covered in poop, and it was dripping off his penis. And I'm just like, oh my god, it's so disgusting. And I had to clean it all off,
it
and
is.
I got as much as I could, and I just grabbed him. And thankfully, the bathroom, the guest bathroom, is right beside his bedroom. So I just carried him and put him in the tub and turned the shower on. And he's freaking out because he's a 4-year-old and he doesn't understand showers yet. And I'm like, it's some kind of terror, like I'm shooting lava at him or something. Or he's like, "Ah." I'm trying to sit there trying to get the crap off of him. I'm like, Wyatt, stop! This is for your own good.
Yep,
Oh,
it's Landry had like a similar scenario
oh
where
man,
he
it was
like
all worth it
I
though,
he woke.
all of it.
Yeah, it is all worth it. And so like
Sorry,
it's amazing how much crap you can deal with, like
hmm
knowing that's your own, like because one day like I picked up Landry, and like he had just woken up, and I'm like walking him over to Shanae, and I didn't think like anything of it, but I was like, oh, like I felt something like hit my leg, and I thought it was just like water, like something like I don't know, like something that in my head wasn't disgusting, right? And
hmm
and I'm like, Landry, you kind of smell poopy, you poopy, and then like I like
no.
went to look inside the diaper, and of course it's like oozing out of the diaper. Like I put my finger, and
Oh,
I had my finger had like all this poop on it,
oh,
and then like I looked at my foot, and it had poop
oh
going down on like that. And so like I'm like rushing to get him to the guest bathroom too, and we had a like kind of like similar scenario. We didn't put the shower on, but yeah, it's just overflowing poop. It's disgusting. Kids are
no.
disgusting, but worth it. Back to games, right?
You what?
I said back to games, right?
Sorry, y'all. It's okay. So we're kind of giving the poopy on the DualSense Edge. I mean, not that we're hating on it. It's just I can afford one. If you can afford one, more power to you. And please, if you want to write a review for the site, let me know because you can totally do it. And then kind of after, well, the DualSense Edge is what, the 24th, right?
I don't even know because honestly, I was just like, I'm not getting it, so I didn't even pay attention to it.
26th. Well, on the 24th, Deathloop Jr., aka Forspoken, releases on the PS5 after multiple delays and pretty much having a new trailer at every showcase and state of play since the PS5 was revealed. Right?
Oh, I didn't even realize PlayStation's talked about it before.
Yeah, there's been other trailers for it from different shows and whatnot.
Oh,
At least I
they've mentioned
thought
it. I
there
didn't
was.
even know this
Not
game.
as bad as
What is this
Deathloop.
game?
Not as bad as Deathloop. Not as bad as Deathloop. That's for sure.
No, it's not as bad, but it is bad. But Forspoken also kind of gets its own thing.
Yeah.
Like Forspoken was. Did they mention it at the VGAs, or did they just do the blog post about the demo? It was at the VGAs, right?
There was news at the VGA. Yeah, like it leaked a little early. Like there's a rumor, and then I think it dropped early, and then they were like, "Hey guys, here's a new trailer for Forspoken, which a demo is going down tonight," and then like it's already live, guys.
Yeah. So, but you're right. I mean, it's mentioned everywhere they possibly can, which you get it because one, they haven't had a proper PlayStation showcase where they announced their own crap.
Yeah.
And then, which it's kind of like, it is kind of something I feel like is in a weird territory because, like a lot of their big hitters, like who would you say is their top three studios?
Sony?
Yes.
Oh, Naughty Dog, Gorilla, Insomniac, and you can kind of switch out Sucker Punch also.
Okay, so let's do our top.
Go ahead.
I don't count them. They only make one game.
Yeah, I'm saying but that one game they make they excel at exceptionally well. I mean, well, at least they did. Well, anyways,
they're Either way, so Naughty Dog came out with Last of Us Part 2 in what 2019?
2020.
2020. Oh yeah, because it was the year PlayStation came out. It was just before a couple months before.
Yes,
so that's only 2.5 years removed. Ghost of Tsushima was also in 2020, around the same time.
That summer, remember that summer?
That's
It was The
2.5
Last
years.
of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. I was like, damn. 2020 was an awesome year for PlayStation, by the way. But
it was
different story.
And then Gorilla, or did you say Gorilla or did you say Santa Monica?
I mean, I say Gorilla, but Santa Monica, yeah. They both. You can kind of
so
like
either way,
switch them out. You know
Gorilla.
what I'm saying? Like it's such a close. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you probably say Santa Monica over Gorilla though, just because the God of War series has had such a
big.
It's excelled for so long. Except Ascension. I think Ascension got kind of low scores, but.
I actually ended up loving Ascension, because it was more offensive based. I hate the pairing and blocking was terrible. The timing on it was terrible, but when you got everything working together, it was great. Either way, so both of those studios came out with a game this year.
Yeah.
And then Insomniac, they just poop out games every year somehow.
I don't know how.
I feel
they're gods. Insomni gods. Okay.
But either way, all of those, their biggest hitters have gone within the last 3 years. So when do we see all of them next? Because obviously, Gorilla has Call of the Mountain, but that's different,
It's Fire Sprite, isn't it?
But oh yeah, sorry, Fire Sprite. But Gorilla's helping them, isn't they? Aren't they?
Oh, but no doubt. No diggity.
So either way, though, yeah, you'll see Naughty Dog with Factions, you'll see Insomniac with Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, but then
and that multiplayer project they're working on.
Yeah, but then Gorilla, Sucker Punch, and Santa Monica. Santa Monica would be Cory Barlog's game.
Yeah,
but.
Yeah.
How long is that going to take? So, you're realistically looking at, 3 of your best 5 studios not really having anything for the next 3 to 4 years, maybe.
I think we'll be surprised. I think there might be some
You think that they'll do my idea?
I'm not saying they will,
Who
but
said we should do
I
that?
don't like that Insomniac multiplayer project doesn't sound like something like super huge. Because the listings they had that one time, there was what like 5 positions open for it. Of course, that could have been in
I
just
don't even know.
5 positions out of a team of 100 working on it. It's just I don't know. And uh, Ghost of Sucker Punch brought out no Legends. That was a surprise. Nobody saw that coming. Did you?
No,
Huh?
no, I never would have guessed that.
Yeah. So they could.
I would never would have guessed Ghost of Tsushima going multiplayer.
I mean, it's pretty fun. So I mean, I could see them just doing new content for that, or like a sequel to it, or something playing off of it that kind of hold over until the next game comes out. Or I guess the Iki Island expansion was kind of that. I mean, wouldn't you say that's kind of like the in between
Iki
to maybe
Island
the
was
next thing?
like, yeah, Iki Island just kind of reminded me more of like uh, the Horizon Frozen
Yeah,
Frozen whatever it was called.
Frozen Wilds.
Frozen. It's not Frozen Wilds. I was gonna say, was it Frozen Wilds? But I kept trying to convince myself it wasn't that. But yeah, it was just like that to kind of hold you over. But I don't see them doing anything else until like their next big thing. You know.
Dang.
I don't know. I mean, man, like I would love if they would just if some of these bigger studios would revisit some of their older stuff and just do like
Yeah.
a very very small Sly 5,
Obsidian, right?
or
Like we talked about the other day when they have Grounded and that is it
Pentiment.
Pimp Pentiment? Is that it?
Pentiment, right? Pentiment, I think so.
Hold on. Yeah, you're right. Pentiment. So that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know why Sony Studios can't do that same thing where you have. I mean, Obsidian's now made two small games, and then they're still working on Avowed and Outer Wilds 2. So they're gonna have,
Oh, okay.
you know, Obsidian's gonna end up being like their Insomniac. I feel like.
Oh yeah. I'm sure they have 3 or 4 projects they're working on. Like surprise, motherfuckers. And then they're not going to
So what else is?
give Media Molecules kind of providing content and updates for Dreams, and I don't know if they're really how Sony feels about them anymore, since things have since things have changed drastically since they first bought that company back in the day.
Yeah, I mean they've also lost a lot of big people. I feel like
Right. And that Sony back in 2009 or 10 is not the same Sony that we know now.
it's not. But
It's the thing,
going back to this,
we've been PlayStation fans for so long. We've seen Sony go from like this, oh yeah, let's try like Puppeteer and Parappa and all
Tokyo
these, uh,
Tokyo Jungle.
that's what I was thinking about in Africa and these kind of small games that give them a shot along with our big games, and then it's like now it's like, well, we're just gonna make really really big games and then sign third party exclusives, time exclusives like Kina and Saifu and stuff like that to kind of
Who calls it Saifu? I've never
huh
heard it called that before. I've heard Sifu.
Sifu, sorry. Uh,
Saifu, gosh,
sorry, my bad. We'll have
terrible.
these small games from third parties to kind of fill in those little small titles that we used to make. It's like
Yeah, I mean
you
that.
me, we were upset when Japan Studio closed down. It's like what the fuck.
Yeah, that will be their worst closing ever.
In the businesses, I get it because a lot of those games didn't really sell that well. But you weren't. It wasn't about the sales. It was about letting creators express, their creativity and make these projects that other companies would be like, hell no, we ain't making that shit. Because they could, because they were Sony and they had this money to bankroll these titles, that couldn't cost that much to make in the first place. Let's be real.
Yeah, there's no way like Gravity Rush and all that
Yeah,
took that much to make.
it's like, man, Sony, don't the fan base that made you guys what they are. We enjoyed all that shit, and we loved Parappa, and we loved all these obscure little games, and now it's just you better enjoy all these mega blockbusters or else. And I mean, in the overall picture, it does appeal to more gamers because like three of the games announced for Xbox Game Pass this month. Both the Persona games, 3 and 5, 3 and Golden, 3 portable, 4 gold, and the Monster Hunter Rise were announced. And some guy was like, "Look at all this trash." I'm like, "Trash?" I got the Metacritic scores. I'm like, "Please tell me how these games are trash." He's like, "Oh, look, someone's who still cares about review scores." I'm like, "None of these games are trash. I can't believe someone." People literally begged for these franchises to be on Xbox, and then here's some jackass on Twitter saying, "Oh, they're all trash."
That's why
It
you
just
just
kills
can't
me
talk
how.
to people on Twitter anymore.
And I respect people's different opinions. Hey, maybe he just plays just endless shooters all the time or whatever makes him happy. But
Yeah, I
it
just
just
Sony's strategy definitely has changed, and
yeah,
I think that the problem with Studio Japan getting canned was just like they did end up making a huge game, and that was Astrobot, and
yeah, mm-hmm.
that's going to be a staple of PlayStation. But like now that you got your staple from Japan,
Yeah,
why couldn't you still make the smaller games and just see if anything else sticks?
right.
Just I don't know. I hate that. That was by far one of my least favorite studio closing, and I loved SOCOM too, so I hated that. But Studio Japan was, especially with it being their first studio, I think that's just insane that they closed it. But
I think Sony messed up
oh
when
well.
they closed Zipper Interactive because I think they would have been a good studio for the last two generations. I think they could have
Yeah,
really if
but
they would have kept given another shot with the PS4 that they
yeah,
could
they
have built
definitely
a
came.
do what?
They like their two games on PS3, Confrontation and SOCOM 4,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was 4, right?
Yeah,
Um, they came out at the both of them came out at the worst time. Confrontation
yeah,
came out when no one had a PS3,
yep,
and which they needed people to have a PS3 because it was an online game.
right.
And then 4 came out
Well,
around the time that the
yep,
PSN got shut down.
you're right.
So it's
That
like
totally killed the online
you,
mode, the co-op.
yeah, and so it really sucks that they died from freak accident stuff, or
Well,
just
and
negligence from
Mag
Sony.
was. I feel like Mag was a generation too soon.
It was one
Like,
generation too soon. You're right.
yeah, like Mag should have been like they should have pushed Mag back and held it off. I mean, they should have just completely kept that game hidden. You know, leave it on the back burner. Maybe have a small team working on it, getting it ready for the PS4. Because I think that would have been just think if that was like a PS4 day one free to play game. How crazy that would have been.
Would have been huge.
Oh man, people were like, "Oh my god, it's a 256 player game." Whoa, I know. It was good on the PS3. It was fun, but it just the PS3 wasn't enough. Like they had this grand vision, and the PS3 could only do. I mean, the PS3 could do all kinds of amazing things, but that was just like one of those ideas that it was just one generation too soon. Like PlayStation Home. In the
Yep.
end, it was still one generation too soon because everything you fucking did had a load screen, and you're like, "Oh my god," no. It needed one of these big, massive installs, and the ability to stream games better and more RAM in the system to help with everything.
Yeah.
If PlayStation Home and Mag would have been on the PS4, I think there would have been just totally different fates for both of them. And even though Home still has a big fan base, but I still think Mag could have been a way different story on the PS4.
Yeah, it definitely could have.
Which I don't even know how we got this far off talking about Forspoken, but
I
I
say
guess
we always
you
find
were
a way,
talking
but
about paying for a big RPG or something, or a big exclusive that they don't have on the studio's making, I guess, right?
I don't know. Like I said, we've gone so far down the rabbit hole, like
Well,
we typically do.
what do you think about Forspoken though? I mean, I kind of worry. I don't know what kind of sales forecast they have for it, and it's not really like it matters to me because I mean I don't invest in Square Enix. I just don't know if it's going to
Um,
be what they invested with if their investment return on investment is going to be very to Square Enix standards.
yeah,
The,
I personally think it's gonna tank.
oh, it sucks.
I don't think it'll be a bad game. I think
Yeah,
it'll just be like a game that's somewhere in the 70s on Metacritic.
yeah.
Which, like I said, that doesn't mean it's a bad game.
Oh, not
I
at
just don't
all.
think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna like move mountains, and then because of that, no one's gonna hear about Forspoken, and then it's just not gonna sell. I feel like. I mean, that's just how I think of it, but
Oh, you'll hear about it from fanboys
I'm
too.
yeah, but I'm excited for it. I'm not saying I'm excited enough to buy it day one. Um, it'll be a game that, like me and you have talked about before we recorded, that it's a game that, depending on if it's like super bad, then I'll wait longer, like $10 range.
Mm.
If it's, good ish or great, then it'll be, a $20 to $40 range for me, probably. But I mean, I'm excited for it. I think the protagonist looks fine. I think the dialogue could probably have used some work from the trailers, but the gameplay looks really cool. Like it looks like it's just gonna be neat, like
I
shooting
mean,
little
the demo's waiting for you.
rocks.
It's.
Yeah, I know, but I can't tell you the last time I've ever played a demo.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
so
just saying.
I don't know.
Just saying. I'm just
I'm
saying.
I think I'll be okay with I think I'll be okay with just waiting and then playing it, or listening to reviews on it and see what it's like and going from there. I mean, I like all types of games, so I can't imagine myself hating Forspoken.
You're definitely well rounded. That's faux show.
Thanks.
And then, I mean, I guess if we move to February,
It's a
I
big
would
one.
say that the biggest thing is probably PSVR2 and the launch of that. And we already know that you, me, Mr. PSVR, we're all jumping on that boat again.
Yep.
Because I mean, I saw the potential of
And
the PSVR one and the limitations it had, and it feels like PSVR two was just like breaking free of these cables. Like it's like this robotic creature being held back by limitations of old technology and PlayStation Move controllers. And it's like it's breaking free and it's grabbing the wires and it's tearing them off. And then there's just one wire this time, and it grabs it and it plugs into the back of its head because it has to be, plugged into the PS5 to work. And then, like all of a sudden, like from the heavens come down these PlayStation VR2 Sense controllers that give you unlimited VR gameplay possibilities, and it tracks your finger motions, and then there's haptic feedback, and then there's adaptive triggers, so when you pull the bows and arrows, the shit gets tight. He's free and he's ready to grow and ready to go show gamers that VR can happen on consoles. God damn it. Okay, sorry. I just
That was great. Continue.
I'm just really excited about it. Did you've heard plenty? I'm sure you've heard plenty of the CES hands-on from a multitude of websites that have been like, I'm surprised how good PSVR 2 is. I mean, I cannot believe how good this looks. No, I can't believe how good the controllers feel. This is just above and beyond what PlayStation VR was. And I'm just like, oh my god, yes, this is what I've been wanting to hear. Because
Yeah,
there were some previews at the end of last year and they did a good job. But like people now are just going, "Oh man, this is by far one of the best VR headsets out there." When it once it hits the market.
Hmm.
So I am, dude. I'm
Yeah,
I'm,
I
I'm
mean,
freaking ready.
it definitely needs to be one of the best VR headsets out there,
Yeah.
because you can't release a headset that's worse than the Quest,
Right. Did you hear that
especially with
they're
the price point.
disabling? They're
Quest One,
dropping. Yep, supported Quest
or
One. I'm like,
yeah,
oh.
yep,
I mean, I'm sure Sony will have
sad.
that. Sony will have that same PR release sometime within. I don't know if it'll be this year, but I think next year they'll be like, well, we're going to sunset support for the PSVR one.
I mean, they pretty much already. Well, first of all, they don't support it.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure they'll. I think they'll just let people make games for it if they want
yeah.
to, but I think most people will jump
Oh
ship to the
yeah.
VR2, because who wants to go to the VR1?
Uh,
It's not like the VR1 has like a ton of. I mean, don't get me wrong, for a VR headset, it is a lot of units, but
yeah.
I think VR2 will at least match that within a year or two.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Um,
It's
so
Mr.
with that being said,
PSVR.
though, like
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying, with that being said, though, I think that, like I said, you're going to see it being just gone
Yeah.
within a year,
Um,
like VR1. I'm saying.
Mr. PSVR has an interview with a developer that's worked on both PSVR 1 and 2. He's like, do you have any questions? And I was like, I said, how happy are you as a developer to finally leave the PlayStation Move controllers in the past? And he laughed. He's like, are you hating on the Move controllers? I said, no, man. I was at E3 2010 when Sony was first pimping them out, and I went up to their, like, they had two different floors for their games. Like, Sony, you know, Sony Computer Entertainment of America had their short floor show. And then if you went up this one area, like I found it, it was Sony Computer Entertainment Europe. And I don't know if you remember, but Europe and Japan had a lot of Move games when that first launched. And so I spent like one whole day up there hanging out there, dude, with the Media Molecule guys and some of the Japanese developers and stuff, and playing all these Move games. I was so excited about it. So you can go on PlayStation Lifestyle and read my articles about my hands-on with Moves controllers back in the day when it first launched, and a couple reviews. And I've always been a supporter of them, but at times with the PSVR that Sony was like, "Hey, make this work,"
Hmm.
It's serious at times with the PSVR and the Move controllers. All of a sudden, the can't detect controllers, or your guy's hands would be upside down, or they weren't terrible by any means. It's just the
No, I
technology
mean,
was a little limited.
yeah, it's just. I mean, technology gets outdated fast
Oh
now.
right,
It's,
definitely,
there's
yeah.
nothing. There's nothing wrong with admitting it. I mean, the PlayStation 5 was, like, quote unquote underpowered compared to a PC the
Oh
minute it
yeah,
came out.
yeah. My laptop
There's
blows it
nothing
away.
wrong with
I
admitting
don't
it.
care that.
Yeah. um,
Oh,
so
excuse me.
it's time to move on, and when we are, it's great. We're gonna see something much better. I think the only issue I really have with it is Sony again relying on everyone else making games for it and not their
Mm-hmm.
own people. Which, like I said, I get that you need to focus on the PS5 normal games, but like I'm more interested in hearing about these hybrid games that Cerny talked about a year or two ago. Um,
Kind
so
of
I'm
like
I'm more interested in that. What,
kind of like GT7. That
like
falls
Gran
back into that.
Turismo?
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
still want to
if
know what's
if
going
it
on
is
with
the
that.
full
I still
game.
want to know because if that's the full game, then that's huge, bro. That's like I feel like that is like a huge. Um, I can't think of the word. Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I agree.
For
It's a big deal if
yeah,
it's the full game. It's just like Resident Evil. Like, it's huge
yeah.
to have these games where you can play it both ways. Because
Village is free.
not
It's like
every day I want to.
you own Village, you got the VR version. Like, damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder how difficult it is to make a game for like, or like to make it VR and normal, because I'm not saying it's not hard by any means. That's not what I'm getting at. I guess I'm just more saying
A little bit easier to adapt a FPS to that realm than it would be. I get what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah.
it probably isn't that hard. But I mean, I'm sure it takes some work. But
Yeah,
maybe
I
it's a
just would
little bit
imagine that
easier
it.
to.
Yeah, I just think that it might not be that hard, considering that those are both free
Yeah.
updates, and Sony likes to charge for updates.
Mm-hmm.
So them not charging for Gran Turismo, I feel like is a huge deal.
If GT7 is the whole game, it's a huge killer app for PSVR. I was thinking of killer app. I couldn't think of the. You know how every console has to have or every release of a major product has to have that killer app. I think GT7. If it's the whole game, and I'm worried it's not, because they just kind of said, no, hey, they didn't explain anything. They just said, by the way. But if it's a large chunk of the game, then that's crazy. I
Yeah.
feel like it could be
So
something you can just show someone. They'd be like, oh my god, it's freaking out, like, whoa. And my sister, the first time she played VR was Tetris Effect, and she was like, "This is the most incredible experience I've ever experienced. Played in my life." She's like crying, like, "This is amazing. I can't believe, this is gaming now." And she went and bought a PSVR headset that next week or two,
that's
just
awesome.
because of Tetris Effect, of all games. Oh man, I remember playing it at E3 that year. I was like, "Whoa!" That Astrobot. Once I played Astrobot, I'm like, oh my god, that game's gonna be huge. And guess what? It was huge.
Yeah, I had Sinead play Tetris Effect, and that's like one of the games that she loved. But it's kind of funny because like she's not really great at Tetris, so you know how like the better you are, like the music kicks in
man,
and like goes into like an overdrive mode, and like she couldn't get to it, so it was like, it was always like, you just play it and you get to the overdrive mode, but
You just keep waiting, baby. You just wait till tomorrow. You just wait till next week. You just give me that controller right
but
now.
I know for VR2, like I said, I'm just, if Sony can find ways to support it, like I don't necessarily need first party to make games for it, but I do need them to buy or pay for studios to make games for them, like Iron Man was, like, that was awesome. I love that game.
Same.
Obviously Camouflage is now with Oculus, so that's no more, but like pay for Half-Life Alyx to come, like do whatever you need to do to get the best apps.
I swear, I promise you, I thought he was about to say Half-Life Alyx. I'm like, oh shit, oh cool, Beat Saber, that's awesome. I mean, it's a fun game. I've enjoyed it. My son enjoys it. That's just not what I expected. That's not what I was. Oh, okay, thanks, Jim.
Yep.
What about Half-Life? That's what. Work something out with Gabe. Be like, Gabe, yo, let's do this. Please.
For real, like that's like they need those apps, and like like I said, if they need to also get like more developers, like apparently Capcom's all aboard the VR train.
Capcom.
They're doing it with all the Resident Evil games. But like get a like an EA involved, and like get them to make Battlefield in VR.
Ooh.
I think if you can get that kind of stuff going, I think then you can have a really special device on your hands. And I just feel like they're not. I mean, I just feel like they're not doing enough for VR right now, which it sucks, because it's like it's a brand new release and PlayStation hasn't held an actual event in 2 years now.
Hey.
Or was it? It's been 2 years. Has it been 2 years?
Wow.
When was the?
Give him some time, okay? Just.
When was the PlayStation? It was like September of last year, of 2021, right? So a year and some change. But like, no, you can't give them a while anymore. The VR2 comes out in a month, and you haven't heard it. Like, you've heard the most bare minimum stuff about it.
We still got a few weeks.
That's the issue. Is that it should have been like months ago.
Well,
Like if you're trying to sell a product, you can't just shit it out there and hope people like. I do think VR is one of the one things that's like word of
Yeah.
mouth slash like you
Hands
have to
on.
try
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is like the people who are the early adopters,
Yeah.
they don't need that hands on. What they need is for you to show them why they should buy it day one.
I mean, I can tell you all day how cool it is in Astrobot when something hits the screen, you have to shake the headset to fix it. But until you experience it, yeah, you're right. It's VR is very much here, put this on, now cry. Sorry, cat, love you. It's
Um,
we'll see, man.
yeah.
I mean,
So
I'm hoping that the next few weeks we start hearing way more and more developers coming out. So that's nice. There's plenty of support for it, plenty of games coming up, and ports, free or not.
yeah, I would like to shout out
Pistol Whip being on
to
sale. Thank
who no
you.
who's oh first of all, yeah, Pistol Whip's great. I'm excited for it. But I would like to say that I am pissed off about the was it Polyarc who makes Moss.
Yeah.
That is really shitty of them to not have a way to upgrade your Moss 1 or 2. Like if you have like that game's Moss Part 2 sold like shit. And so say they sold even 100,000, which I think is way more than they sold. To just toss those fans aside and make them have to buy the game again for your VR2 update, like you're an asshole. I'm sorry. Like I bought part 2.
If
What?
It won't surprise me if they have it later on. It's free after the game cools down. They'll be like, "Oh, it's free updates
Maybe.
now." Like, "Oh, you son of a bitch."
I mean, honestly, the minute that they said, or like that, I found out that they had like lower sales. That's when I immediately bought it because I was like Moss Part 1 was awesome and I wanted
Yeah.
to support them, but after this crap, like I am not supporting them. Like I'll play Part 2 on my PS VR1 and I'll call it a day. And I probably they have to do something for me to make me want to be a fan of them again.
Ooh.
That's just a shitty business practice. Like make your like I get that it's probably not the easiest thing to port over, but like I said, it'd be like your hardcore fans who bought this game, like especially like the day one people, they're the ones who are supporting you right now. And so now you're asking them to support you again with just a VR2 update. It's like, come on. Like, I don't know. It just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. But
Well,
I am excited for Pistol Whip.
yeah.
So can't wait to play more of that.
Zenith, the last city. Is
Yeah, that MMO.
Yeah, they had it on. It's a free PS5 upgrade, and they had it on sale on Steam and Quest, but they didn't have it on sale on PlayStation. That was kind of sad because I heard it's really cool, and I'd like to really play it. And I was like, oh, I could save $10. Uh-oh. Is he okay?
Yeah, just that cough is
He break his
still
leg?
not completely gone. That's me.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I like all these other people are making free upgrades, and then you just see that one, and like I said, it just sucks. But
No, I get it, man. But you get both games for 40, which is pretty sweet, I guess. And they're upgraded
I
with
suppose.
new improved graphics and no more PS Move controller. You get PlayStation VR2 Sense controllers. What a mouthful.
Yeah. But is there another game that's making you pay for the upgrade, like a full price upgrade? Because like Pistol Whip's not, Zenith's not. I'm trying to think of what other games are
Walking
coming
Dead
back.
doesn't, right? Isn't The Walking Dead free? Or
I think so. So I don't know. It's whatever. Moving on from them though, but I am excited for VR too, and I think I hope that they show more games like that. It kind of sucks that like 20 of the 30 games that come out at launch are just games that were on VR1 already or on Oculus Quest, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of it. I mean, we've been wanting some of those Oculus Quest games, so it's
Yeah, like I was excited for the Star Wars one.
Star Wars. I'm excited for the Jurassic Park game.
Oh yeah,
I heard that it's really
that'll be
fun. Like it's a really great VR game.
yeah. I'm also I'm also really excited about Among Us VR, and I
Oh
don't know
man,
why. Like I think Among Us is an okay game. Like I think it's been fun to play with my nieces, you know.
yeah.
Um, but like I think there's a whole new element when you do that game in VR. Like I think that one is like, have you seen any videos on it?
Yeah, it looks pretty crazy.
I just think it's like one guy who's like an adult, and then there's like a kid, and he's like, the kid's like, are you the imposter? And the guy just starts screaming. He's like, you get back here, you get back here, and like just starts screaming, and you just hear like this like 6-year-old kid running, and he's like screaming and crying, like like that's just, I don't know. I can't wait to do that too. It's just so funny.
You're just a dick, ain't you? That's what it is.
I am a
Come
dick,
from
but
Ohio, bringing your cruel ways.
I just it's not about bringing cruel ways. It's more about the enjoyment of laughter, bringing laughter to other people. Besides that one kid who I'll torment and probably scar for life.
Oh, by the way, we were talking the other day. Ender Lilies. We actually got emails about that before it came out about wanting to cover it and shit.
Dude,
I'm like, oh man, if
whenever
I
they come
only
out with a new
known.
game,
Do what?
that game is fantastic. It is
Well, you were
the
talking about it. I'm
only
like,
negative.
yeah. What's the negative? Sorry.
Yeah, it's just that the ending boss is a little bit of a letdown. Like in terms of what they do and all that stuff. But man, the whole game is, if you like Metroidvania games, like this game, and you like it being a little tougher, this game's perfect. Like, you know, like you probably will die from like every boss a couple times or a few times. You know, even like some of them you'll die like 5 to 10 times, but like at no point in the game are you thinking that boss is cheap and unfair and I don't know how people do this. It's more like, you know, you get hit from one of the moves and you're like, I'm a fucking dumbass. Like,
Yeah.
Why? Like, I
Why
knew
didn't
this
I
move was
block? Why
coming.
didn't I roll? Yeah,
Yeah.
or roll or.
So you just end up getting better and learning the attacks and all that stuff. Great game. I know this is like a segue from the 2023 stuff that we're doing.
No, it's
you
getting,
created,
it's
by
getting
the way.
late too. So I'm kind of. This is kind of like part
Wrapping
one, really.
up. You're putting a condom on it and wrapping it up.
I mean, it's almost 11 for me. I mean, I know I got to do tomorrow. I don't know about you.
Yeah. So then did we finish all the half a year stuff? I mean, I guess we still have. Is there anything else coming out the first half besides Final Fantasy 16?
There's other stuff I want to talk about though, not just games. You know, I want to talk about the PC and the mobile. So we'll pick back up.
Yeah, I just figured you would want to finish the games that we know that are coming out this year and how we feel about them, other than just Forspoken.
Spoken. Now we'll continue to sit back soon. It's
Fine, whatever.
what?
I said fine, whatever.
Hey, Papa needs sleep. Okay. Papa don't preach.
Yeah, normally you sleep at like 9 o'clock and never call me to do the
Yeah,
podcast.
fall asleep with Wawa, and then I wake up. I'm like, oh shit.
That's what I'm used to. I get a text at 10:30 my time. It's like, oh hey, I fell asleep. I'm so sorry. Or no, or I'll get it the next day. One of the two.
I love sleep.
'Cause it's either
it's juicy. It's good.
Hey, I love sleep too.
Yeah.
But when I'm rolling. I'm ready to go. Might as well. I'm here.
Rolling. Oh, sorry. Welcome to Limp Biscuit Chat.
Limp Bizkit. Yep. We'll reference everything.
That's a good song, man. I'm telling you.
I got nothing against it.
That's some lyrics. That's like just amazing lyrics. Was it move in to move out, hands up, not hands down, back up, back up. That had to have
Tell me
taken
what
at
you gonna do
least
now.
5 minutes to figure out. Okay, I mean, I would have given up. I'm like, fuck this. I'm Fred
Keep
Durst.
rolling, 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 rolling.
But I'm
Hey, have
about
you
to
heard
go.
their newer song, Dad Bod?
How is it?
That's pretty good. It's good.
Is it
It's short,
is
but I
it
like it.
classic?
It's I wouldn't say it's classic Limp Bizkit. I mean, it still has their style,
Mm.
but it's not like the catchy tunes like
Oh,
Rolling, and
break stuff
what are
and
their other one? Yeah, break stuff. Like it's not like that, but it is. I liked it. I don't know why. It's like 2 minute and 20 minute or 2 minute 20 second song, and it's just I liked it for some reason.
gotta have faith, baby. Oh my God! Sorry. Well, as we put, did you say put a condom on the show? A rubber? Is that what you said?
Yes, I said you're putting a condom on it, wrapping it up.
It's always smart. I don't care. I know look, he doesn't feel as good with the wrapper on, but guess what? Kids are awesome, but sometimes an unwanted kid or a badly timed kid can be pretty stressful. What if you don't love that woman you're with, or she doesn't love you in the end, and then you have this kid? It's just like my parents. They just didn't love each other, and I didn't grow up in a good house. And what am I talking about? Okay. Anyways, don't be scared of condoms, kids. Okay, they're not that bad.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Not that bad at all.
Nope.
Here we are having 5 kids total. We obviously
Yep.
practice what we preach, right?
Hey, but we were ready for it at the time,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
it's not like it's it'd be different if I was like 16 and not ready for Landry, but no, I'm 33 now and
Yep.
I was ready for Landry. So,
And the little
and then
baby
you won.
girl, she'd be like, "Daddy, I
Yep.
love you." You'd be like, "Oh my God, I love you too, little baby girl, little popping
I'm gonna,
platinums,
I'm gonna
little
tell.
Ellie, I love
Gosh,
you."
no. Yeah. I don't think I ever want to tell my daughter she's popping anything.
Yeah.
So,
You knew I popped my best platinum of
but
my life the day you were born. What's a platinum, Dad? Don't worry, baby girl, you'll know one day. Kill. But yeah, hey, if you want to follow us more, you can follow us on Twitter at BelieveLand6 so you can hear James bitch about the Cavaliers and his fantasy football teams. He does talk more about gaming lately, though. I'll give him that. So
it's spotty. It just
yeah,
depends. If
spot,
a
yeah,
topic comes up that I feel like I can put my
yeah.
interest on, or my not interest, my opinion on, I do it. But I feel like no one cares about my opinion regardless. So it's just to me,
BelieveLand6
Twitter's just an open. Yep, believe on
open
six.
forum, and then of course me, PlayStationBrah, and then pretty much any social media platform, it's PlayStationBrah. So, but as always, thanks for listening. I hope everyone had a great 2022 and a great start to 2023.
Dude, my 2023 fantasy wise
Uh-oh.
sucks.
Uh-oh.
I have Kevin Durant on my team, and he got injured.
Oh no!
It's
So what happened to
insane.
his knee?
Uh, Apparently strain, whatever. Someone rolled on top of it though.
Oof. Oof.
Yep, not too good.
That sucks.
So, and my 2023 technically began with a really important missed field goal by the Ohio State kicker.
I'm surprised Kevin
So,
Durant's lasted this long, man. Like his body frame, like he's like so tall,
I
and like
know.
lanky looking. I mean, I'm surprised his career's been as long as it has been. Just some of these dudes
I
that look like
agree.
they're built like LeBron's, like wow. Then Durant, this looks so. I
Like
don't
a
know.
spaghetti.
Yeah. LeBron's like, yo, bro, what's up? He has like muscles on muscles, and Durant's just like, hey, I went to the gym twice, yo. Like he's the guy that stands around the gym, watches everybody else work out, that does like 2 bench press reps and runs the cardio for an hour and goes to the shower.
You're right.
But he's an amazing athlete and he drains threes from all over the court.
Most efficient
Yeah.
scorer. So, I mean, Duran is great, but now he's injured, and now he's useless to me.
Oh. But we'll continue the talk of 2023. Thanks for stopping by and listening to part one. As they always say, if you like the show, make sure you subscribe, like, tell your mom, tell your friends, tell your granny, tell your sister, tell everybody. Believe in the broadcast. Because we believe in you, damn it. And as always, game on, brah.
Game on, bro.
Game on, brah.